This video is for the InComm prepaid cards spring 2025 reset that begins on Monday, March 31st. Please remember that this is just a general overview of the spring reset, and you should refer to your specific paperwork and instructions before your visit. If you are new to servicing InComm prepaid resets in Family Dollar stores, or just need a refresher on objectives and standard procedures for general InComm prepaid service outside of this reset, there are several videos and tests available in eKnowledge. In this video, we are going to go over the flashcard that will walk you through the steps of completing the reset and give you detailed information to help make this reset a success. There is a specific order in which these steps should be completed, so that's why we're seeing these numbers associated to each step, and you'll see the numbers within the correlating box on the flashcard with more information on that step. So let's zoom in to step 1. You'll begin as usual by checking in and locating materials. The materials you'll be looking for may be located within the display storage, behind the register, in the vendor holding area, in the back office, or somewhere else in the store, and it may require some help from store management to locate. You'll need to locate the poly bag. This is required for service. If this is not located, report that on your call form and you'll be scheduled for a go back once the new poly bag can be shipped. You'll also need to locate any replenishment sent by InComm. This can be a bag or a box. You may receive 1 to 6 of these, which is consistent with other months as well. These packages will have a pink label and are not required to complete the service, but if located, we'll need to be putting those on the fixture. Next, you'll locate the InComm Spring 2025 Reset Kit. This has a yellow label, and you'll only get 1 per store. Although it's not required to complete the service, please do your best to locate, as this has many of the new cards for your fixture and be quite bare without it. Lastly, please look for the party aisle dingler. Each store has received 1 of these and needs to be installed during this visit. A little side note over here, if you have a task 2 loaded for your store, you'll also look for the 1.5 header extension kit. So let's go back to our flashcard. Step 2. This part is super important that we go in order of these steps. We want to make sure we're disposing of discontinued cards before even opening the new cards. Some of the new cards look identical to the old cards, so we want to make sure we remove them from the fixture and remove them from any backstock before moving on. For this document, refer to your Family Dollar new and discontinued products, spring 2025, within your project materials. That document has 3 pages with a separate sheet for each fixture type. The screenshot shown here is for the island fixtures. The list to the left shows you all the cards that have a change for this fixture. Then on the right, you'll see which ones are new and which ones are discontinued. All discontinued cards must be thrown away using the provided black trash bag in your InComm Spring Reset Kit. If you did not receive the black trash bag, please be sure that these are discarded in a place that customers would not see them. Also, try to work with the store to throw this bag away in the dumpster while you're at the store. Let's move into step 3. This is actually tied into step 2 and very specific to these Visa variable amount cards of $20 to $500. The fee for the old ones will be $4.95. But the cards look identical to the new ones. The fee on the new ones for these Visa variable $20 to $500 is $5.95, which is why it's so important to remove all of the old ones first. But there is one of these cards, the vanilla Visa Hex Box, on the Q front end battery display that will need to be discarded as well, and it's being replaced with a gift for you. Okay, taking us back to the flashcard, let's move into step 4. Usually, all stores would dispose of these expiring cards, but for this reset, there's only a select number of stores that will be removing these. The way to tell if your store is one that should be removing these cards is to open up your store knowledge for traits. This is loaded into your project materials. It's the document that shows you what fixtures you should have in your store and what planograms are associated with them. At the bottom of the page, you'll find the directive for that specific store. Stores who are to remove the expiring green dot cards, the date for that is anything before November 30th of this year. Moving on, you will receive a Google aisle violator in your poly bag, and that is to be placed near Google product. Every store is receiving a party aisle dangler. This is a new fixture. It's to be installed near the gift bags and the bows in the party aisle. So here's an image of the box it's being shipped in, and the cards for the fixture will be shipped within the box. You'll find the instructions loaded in your project materials called Party Aisle Dangler Setup Instructions. Once you've completed that, we're going to move on to steps 7, 8, and 9. So anything that's happening at this point on, all discontinued cards have already been put in the trash bag. All planogram changes will be updated using backer stickers. The only fixture receiving any backer panels is the island fixture for section B. Other than that, there will be no new backer panels. The stickers are printed in separate booklets for each fixture. You'll have stickers for all new cards, any hard swaps, and any moving cards indicated by the green and yellow highlights on your planogram. They're also printed in the order of the ID location on your planogram. Be sure to reset and stock all fixtures in the store. Again, you can refer to your store knowledge for traits for a list of fixtures that are allocated to your store and the planograms that are allocated for that fixture. If your planogram is different than the fixture that you're seeing physically in front of you, check your store visit app. Also, be sure to stock balance before moving on to the next step. Stock balancing is when you have more than one location for a specific UPC. We want to make sure that each peg has a similar amount of cards. DoorDash is a good example of this. There may only be one on the main fixture, but this card is also seen on the Q front end battery display and on the party aisle dangler and on some of the impulse fixtures. So we want to make sure all locations of this card on all the different fixtures are stocked and have similar amounts of cards, which brings me to step 10. Here's where we're going to report our low and out of stocks. So we're going to use this low and out of stock count form as needed. Any card with 4 or less on any peg that they are assigned for should be reported on. This data is used by the client for reordering, so please be careful when reporting and report using this criteria. Cards with 0 cards in the store are out of stock. So these can be marked on your call form with a 0. Cards with 1 to 4 cards on any of the pegs are considered low, and you'll report that as a 4 on your call form. If there are 5 or more cards on every peg associated with that card, this is considered in stock, and you'll just leave it blank, skip it, and don't report anything for that card in the call form. Finally, please take required photos of all the fixtures in the store and all sides of all fixtures. So not just your main fixture, but your Q front end battery display, your greeting card dangler, your new party aisle dangler. Make sure you're capturing both sides of those. We also want to make sure the entire fixture has made it into the photo. And then finally, please be sure to include the store number within your photo. Then once you're done with that, you'll check out, review the LOA, and get the manager's signature.
If your previous resets were not completed before you get to the store,
we're going to follow similar steps. We need to make sure the first thing we're doing after we locate our materials is to dispose of all discontinued cards and dispose of the expired green dot cards in those select stores. Once those have been removed from every fixture and from all back stock, we're going to go throw those away. Then we're going to remove cards from the fixture one section at a time, and we're going to reset it to this new planogram. Please make sure that you notate this, that the previous resets had to be completed within your RTS if you go over the allotted time. Then once you have it all reset, you can go into the other steps and complete the rest of the reset by following the steps of the video. If you have a task 2, this step needs to be done before you start the reset. Locate all the materials listed on your flashcard and then locate this 1.5 header extension kit. There's 2 cases here. If you locate it, go ahead and install the kit and then use the backers that came in the kit to set the planogram. You'll have 1 hour to complete the installation. Once the 1.5 is installed on top of your fixture, this task is complete. Then begin your task 1, and then you can start your clock. So if you complete this task, you'll already be given 1 hour. Once that 1 hour is over and your kit is installed, then start your clock for the reset. Okay, so those are two separate tasks. You'll be given an hour for this, and then you start your reset. If you don't locate this 1.5 header extension kit, report that the kit could not be located. And then once you've reported this task is considered complete. And now you can begin your task 1 reset and start your clock for task 1.
This concludes the Family Dollar InComm Prepaid Spring Reset 2025 overview. Thank you so much for being an important part of this program. Please remember to take the corresponding e-knowledge quiz for this project.